Minister, welcome to UBC. I mean, what are your impressions and your takeaway from the President's address?
Well, thank you for having me. Well, you see, the Finance Minister talked about the strategy. Our strategy is overall strategy that crosses across sectors. Primarily, you see, road infrastructure, transport road infrastructure. Without transportation infrastructure, you lose the country. The President has opened this country up. You see market goods coming to the city. You see from the villages and towns, people bringing their fruits and vegetables. You really affect the inflationary rate. And one thing that the minister stressed was not only that we were able to get those goods into Monrovia, but we were able to send people there to collect those data. Because those infrastructure and those roads are passable and people are using them, now we can get people on the field to collect the real data for the calculation of GDP and the calculation of inflation. Now you see now that inflation has dropped pre-war since the inception of the democratic government in 2005 in the country. And also you see that revenue, all of the revenue generation agencies, including us. Last year, the Transport Ministry exceeded revenue by over $600,000, and this year we have a target of $12 million. We're way in line to pass that.
You want to tell us the billboards that we see planted at intersections, and I'm also told it's also in the counties. You want to tell us what is that for?
Well, in our attempt to implement road safety in the country, and the President always says about the captain of our ship, the President, his vision, his strategy. Well, if our people are not safe, then he hasn't done his job. So the first thing for him is the safety of our people. And part of that safety is road safety. In the beginning of our billboards, you see the President message there for safety. So we, taking on that vision and that wisdom from the President, we came up with 12 electronic billboards, decentralized. We have one in Ganta, we have one at Bowater side, we have one at Clay, we have one in Banga, we have one in Kakata, we have one in Buchanan, and we got about 5 around the city. And as we're speaking now, our billboard now is playing this broadcast across the country. These are people who cannot listen to radio, but primarily, no billboards are there for road safety messages.
Before I let you go, I listened to you the last time talking about the registration of vehicle and issue and stuff. As you said, there has been some kind of controversy over the past months. How did we come to that final decision that, okay, you are now solely responsible for the issuance?
It has always been the Ministry of Transport sole responsibility for the 1987 Act. Let's make that clear. But beyond that, what the Ministry of Transport is doing this year is to decentralize all our services in 4 different counties. And you see, quite recently, we launched our digital platforms. You can register your vehicle to renew them online. You can do mobile money now to pay for those services. We're taking services to the people, not only to them, but right in the comfort of their home, of their palms, rather, where they can just use their phones and pay those data on, and they pay for those services. They can be on the computers and do the scenes.
Minister, thank you so much for coming to our booth.
Yeah, before I let you go, the President talked about Turkish Airlines. Yes. You see that it took a lot of work. There was some hiccups, but finally we got one of the best airlines in the world to come and deliver air services to our people at an affordable price. There will be 2 flights a week. That will be coming from Istanbul, Accra, Monrovia, and starting when? Starting May 11. So we are
Istanbul, Accra,
Monrovia, yes. And you'll see those in place. And we're working on another one. We are putting the Value Jet to open up to give competition to our routes to Nigeria.
Value Jet is headquartered to where?
Value Jet is headquartered in Nigeria. They should be coming to like world-made market as well. That's one of the regional.
Wow, we're diversifying our transportation system again.
Because for a country to develop, for a nation to expand economically and take services to the people, you need to diversify. And on top of that, you have to understand that the Ministry of Transport is the agency of government, the Ministry of Government responsible for land, air, sea, and road. So we have to diversify and fully perform our job. Otherwise, you in the press, that in our plebiscitary democracy, you are the watchdog. You will come to us and say, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not doing this. One thing that was it was too much for the President. The one thing that left out for the first time, you see train leading from Bon Mines to the port of Monrovia, right? Transport iron ore. the growth in the mining sector. You see all of that because you cannot mine all transportation. When you mine, you have to move it. When you move it, you have to ship. And that's part of transportation.
Thank you. Minister, thank you. We've been joined